In this video, we're looking at logarithms. So the logarithm is the power of a number to a given base. So for example, if I have log 10, 1000, that equals 3. Now the reason for that is because if I go 10 to the power of 3, that equals 1000, okay? So again, another example would be if I had log 2 with a base 2, 256 equals 8. And that's because 2 to the power of 8 equals 256. So there is kind of like a little formula to remember. So if we have y equals ax, then log base a, y equals x. So that's what you kind of need to remember that to do any conversions between the two. Now a has to be greater than 0, x is the power, and y also has to be greater than 0. So I like to think of it like color coding sometimes helps with this. So if I have log base a, y equals x, you color code them so you know how to convert them later. All right. So we're going to jump in and do some questions. So here we have log 525. So this is my base number. This is my solution. And to find our answer, we're essentially trying to find the power. Okay? So, if I convert this, I'm going to get 25 equals, sorry, let's do it a different way. 5 to the power of x something should equal 25. So I need to find that x. Now you should know that 5 to the power of 2 equals 25. So my solution, right, so this kind of here is like you're working. My solution is going to be log 525 equals 2. Because remember, that's my power, that's my power. So at the moment, we're kind of just guessing and checking. If you don't get it in the first one, do another one, trying to get closer and closer till you get it. All right, so here's another one. We have log 125. And we need to find what it equals. So essentially what we've got is 5 to the power of x equals 125. Now I could go and do, I know it's going to be bigger than 2 because we found 5 to the power of 2 is 25. So I could try 5 to the power of 4, which is 625. Now that's wrong. So that's obviously too big. We want 125. So I know that's not going to be it. So let's put a cross through that. The next thing I could try is obviously a smaller number, which is 3, which happens to be correct. Therefore, I can now write my concluding statement. So log 125 equals my power, which was 3. Now remember, that there, what it equals is the power, so 3. So let's do another one. We have log 36. So essentially, it's 6 to the power of x equals 36. Because remember, here's my base, here's my base, here's my solution, and then we're essentially trying to find our power. So what could I do? I could do 6 to the power of 2 equals 36. They're the same. So my log 36 equals 2. Now here we're doing the opposite. We're going from this to a logarithmic form. So we have 3 equals 64. Now remember, here's my base, here's my power, and finally, here's my solution. Alright, so now that we've got that, remember our generic is log, our base, our solution equals our power. So now that we have all those together, I know it's going to be log 64 equals 3. So the same thing down here. We have 25 to the power of a half equals 5. Base, solution power. So at the top of your screen, you can still see log base solution. So log 25, 5 equals a half. Next, we need to write each expression in logarithmic form. So again, I'm going to write that log base solution equals power. And remember, we have base power equals solution. So if I write out my log 5 125 equals 3, base solution power. Knowing that, I can just substitute them in. So we have 5 to the power of 3 equals 125, and that is not logarithmic form, but what we call index form. So we'll do another index form here. I'll try to keep this in. Base solution power. So what we get is 8 to the power of 1 over 6 equals the square root of 2. So to recap the video, remember the logarithm of a number is the power of the number to a given base. So if we have something such as log base 2, 256, that equals 8 because 2 to the power of 8 equals 256.